Watercooler.
Ba 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 da.
Watercooler. Watercooler.
Ba 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 da. Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Locks, I'm on a kick it with my former Corolla digital buds of yesteryear. With me today, all the way in Austin, Texas, it's Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hi, Matt. And then all the way in Long Beach, California, like me, it's Kalen Bean.
Going on?
Hey, Kalen.
Hey, Chris.
Hi. And then I don't know where Dawson is. He's somewhere in CA.
I'm in Concord, CA.
Concord, I should have guessed. Yeah, in Concord, CA, we got Mike Dawson.
Greetings from the Clayton Valley.
That's right. And then, somebody dressed up today. It's looking good in the dress shirt. Mr. Gary Smith, all the way in Orange County, California.
What's up, original sound?
Hi.
And back to one.
It was. I got like the first, like in the second chord. I think I clicked it on.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And the second chord on the second try. Very good.
Yes,
Well,
you never forget.
I had to restart, so it actually reset. I did it second chord last time too. I didn't know that. Yeah, look, we're getting into the thick here. We don't need to do that. Look, people are listening. They want to hear us talk about other stuff. Like Matt has some Halloween tales. Kalen, first off, Kalen volunteered at his kids', I don't know, fall carnival.
Carnival, yeah.
Fall Fest.
Fall
Yeah.
Fest. Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, I've been to Autumn Fest. I've been to Fall Fest. What was this one?
Fest.
Fest.
Nice.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear all about it. We have Gary Jr., who just popped into the
What
hey,
type of
yeah, Atlanta, right?
the ghost wear?
What kind of pants do ghosts wear?
Where?
What kind?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Boo jeans.
Boo jeans.
Boo jeans.
Very strong.
Boo boo boo.
Yeah, I love. Hey, give it up for Gary Jr. Everybody.
I think
Come
that's
on.
his best one yet, actually.
That was a clean joke. It was coherent, which was a nice bonus.
Yeah, there
We've
was.
been working on writing.
I was gonna say I had a feeling he was going into the pants. I figured boo boo, poo poo was not far behind, but he's maturing. He's really showing his age these days.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're really working on refining, writing, and then delivery. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I
process.
want more fart jokes.
Well,
see, the
Matt's
problem
still
I
here.
wouldn't be mad at that.
The fart jokes are fine, but then it does devolve almost immediately into a lot of poo-poo talk.
Yeah, well, I got more of that for you guys if you're ready for it.
Poop or Halloween talk?
Well, maybe it's
Maybe
both.
I like this. Please.
All right. Well, I was at the shopping center recently, and I came across really two different products that were Halloween crossovers that I found very upsetting, and I wanted to get your take. First, this one,
Sharing screen.
Oh.
Halloween eggnog.
Halloween eggnog. And
What
it's
does it
obvious.
taste like?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not giving this
There's so many
company my
things
money.
wrong with this photo right now. Matt shared a screen. It is a picture of a grocery shelf for $3.99. You can get some Halloween eggnog. The first thing that bothers me is this is not the refrigerated section.
Yeah, it is. There's milk right next
Oh,
to
there
it.
No,
is,
yeah,
okay.
it is refrigerated.
Okay. It just looks like a grocery shelf. All right, so Matt, what's going on here?
I mean, again, this is capitalism 101. The big eggnog is trying to figure out a way to expand their sales market, but at least in Southern California, like it's not cold yet, and obviously Austin too. It's not cold yet at Halloween time. So who wants to have like a warm eggnog drink? Like that's Christmas time, right?
I have another problem with this. It appears that this goes bad 2 weeks before Halloween.
Oh my God. All right. Well, that was really not the more egregious one that I saw.
There's still there's a lot.
There's more
wrong.
to discuss.
There's a lot wrong with the Halloween eggnog. First off, it's akin to this is just marketing, right? Like McDonald's for years and years were like, give us breakfast after 10 a.m. You guys are a-holes. For years, like decades, most of my
Right.
life, this has been a constant complaint. Then
It was
McDonald's.
a giant. It was a huge plot point in Big Daddy.
It was. Yeah, he barely
Oh, that's
missed
right.
the breakfast order. So a few years ago, McDonald's like, fine, we'll give it to you. Breakfast anytime. Go for it. We're like, hell yeah. And then like 5 minutes later, it's like 11:01. They're like, what do you want? I'll have a cheeseburger. But don't you want a McMuffin? We just made these available. We have a guy slaving over the eggs all day.
Well,
No,
hold on
good.
here. That was not the real issue with McDonald's serving breakfast after 10:30. It was that if you got breakfast after 10:30, even 10:40, the quality of that breakfast was so bad that it would then put you off the breakfast for months. Something had to do with like the machines running and they were going, and as soon as they switched over to the lunch menu or whatever, it was horrible.
It's
It was
the machines.
one of the worst items
then they
I've
took
ever
it
received
away.
at McDonald's in my life.
They took it away at a lot of locations.
And I was happy once they did. I think they might have done it on purpose just to shut everyone up.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So people think, oh, I only get to have eggnog during the holiday season. Let's give
There
them a
you
little.
go.
No, it's not going to work.
It's
It's not gonna
so
work.
festive though. There's no better time for eggnog than Halloween.
You know,
I mean, it matches.
I'm glad you.
know?
It's true. It does match. I'm glad you showed me that, Matt, because what I love about October is that especially in texts and emails, I can boo things and they just think I'm being in the Halloween spirit.
Exactly.
And I boo that. I boo Halloween
I
eggnog.
love it. I love it, dude. I love it. Let me share with you guys, though, the other photo. This was the really upsetting one that I
I
saw.
don't know how it gets worse.
Uh-oh. Dude wipes, Halloween dude wipes, pumpkin spice.
That's not
butt
not
paper.
pumpkin.
Oh my God.
Dumpkin
is
spice.
Dumpkin spice. Who wants their butt to smell like pumpkin spice? Why is this not just a graphic that's like an April Fool's joke? This is in the local Target.
This doesn't bother me as much.
I'm kind of
What?
curious, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's not
God.
bothering me nearly as much as
This
the
is
Halloween
shocking.
eggnog.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
It's just really scary because they have companies who research these new products and they do tests, and somehow this passed.
Yeah. Well,
This is
Again,
not
I would buy it,
good
so
for
I'm
the
not-
state of our country.
Oh my
This is just
God.
not good.
did it just turn to dark in Dawson's background in like the span of 30 seconds? Because I swear the sun was just out.
It's like Triple Frontier all over again.
I don't mind that one
Yeah,
nearly
the
as much.
sun just set.
Okay.
Sun just set.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that one nearly as much. I don't know why. Maybe just because I'm not eating it either. So, yeah, dude.
You
Wipes.
didn't even read the label on the eggnog though, Matt. I would have just flipped it around to see what was in there.
Oh, I think I did do that, and it was just eggnog. It wasn't
just
like
eggnog.
yeah, it was
Okay,
just
they didn't
eggnog.
put
There was
candy corn in it.
correct. There was nothing special about it. It was just clearly eggnog formula, but with an orange label instead of like a red label.
Would you guys think?
The most offensive part of that one to me still is that it said it expires October 16th. What?
Yeah.
That's not Halloween fucking eggnog if it
Yeah.
expires 2 weeks before the
Gary's-
2 weeks before the play.
Gary's
Boom.
correct. What
Boom.
Boo.
would you guys? Because look,
Boo.
what I like about us too is we are basically the perfect formula for a focus group.
Mhm.
We have all bases covered.
Yes.
Minus I guess
Especially the female.
perspective.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty tapped in, so I can cover that.
Mm.
So would it have been a more successful product had it just been fall eggnog or holiday eggnog that was sold today versus make it a Halloween themed eggnog? That makes sense.
Honestly, the most offensive thing to me is that you guys are more bothered by the eggnog than the butt wipes. That I did not see coming.
Yeah, I'm more bothered by the butt wipes, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
What's the problem with the butt wipes? It smells like pumpkin spice. It
Yeah.
sounds
It's
delightful.
It's not pumpkin spice. It's dumpkin spice.
I
They're
like
not
it.
even
I
saying
wish
that it
companies were
smells
more
like
fun like
pumpkin
that.
spice.
I don't.
They're actually alluding to the fact that these already smell like shit.
All right, let me add to this.
That's part of the brand's personality.
When
They
it
make butt
comes
wipes.
to bathroom room spray, have you ever A, been interested, or B, used like birthday cake scented room spray?
No.
I've
I
never
mean,
used room
if it was
spray.
there, I would try it. I would be curious.
Well, let me tell you, Kalen, it is there sometimes, and I have tried it. And where I thought it would smell like my bathroom is now like a wonderful bakery, it just smells like somebody took a giant shit on a birthday cake. It doesn't like help clear it out. So thus, pumpkin spice butt wipes is just going to ruin the joys of pumpkin spice. I'm going to think of butt wipes whenever I want to consume it. It's not something that should be anywhere near the lower hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the lower hole.
No,
What's
I
the
disagree.
upper hole, Matt? Is that your
I'm with
mouth?
Kalen still. I'm not bothered by this
Yeah.
nearly as much. I will say that those little room sprays, like the poopery and stuff, every time I see one, it reminds me of Matt because
Great.
yeah, I don't know why, but like I see one and I think of you, and I'm like, oh Matt, I wonder what's going on.
That's so weird, dude. We talk every week about so many things.
So
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I think because our work was sponsored by them, and like you had like a box of them or something. I don't know what it was, but
Sounds like fake news, dude.
but it reminds in a loving way. I lovingly become fond of Fondelier. All right, Kaylin, how was volunteer work, by the way?
Oh, it was horrible. It sucked.
Oh,
Oh, God, I spent
sorry.
a whole weekend doing that shit.
I'm
do?
sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't this past weekend. It was the weekend before.
It was volunteer work.
Yeah, volunteer work. We are, as the parents, required to do. I think
by the way,
six-
not volunteer work if it's a requirement.
yeah, exactly.
Forced volunteerism.
It's forced volunteering. And so we are required to do 6 hours at this festival, but we also have to do, I think it's 25 or 30 hours over the course of the year. So we're like, all right, let's just, after our 6 hours are done, me and Amy both did shifts. Let's get as many in as we can now so we can,
Nice. Nice.
So Amy did the first shift on Saturday. So then I did the 6 o'clock to 10:30 shift at night, in which I was the nacho guy. I worked
okay.
the nacho guy.
That doesn't sound bad at all. So I see a lot of people trying to get in your good graces for some extra cheese.
Well, I was in the back, so they had to go through they had to go through the person ordering it, then that person would hand over the ticket, and then the ticket would get to me. So they were having to go through two. So I wasn't getting any direct orders from the from the parents there.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a safer system, so Kaylin doesn't get bribed.
Well, they didn't need to bribe me because I know that I've gotten pissed on many occasions at the skimpy
Nacho
amount of
does,
cheese
yeah.
that they
Yeah.
don't put on those nachos. And so every single time I fucking loaded those motherfuckers up with so much nacho cheese and jalapenos that I didn't have one unhappy customer the entire time. I was just giving them. I think the people that I was volunteering with were kind of mad at me because I was constantly telling them I'm out of cheese and I need more cheese. And they had to walk all the way back into the kitchen, bring out the whole big ass like crock pot or whatever it was, like piping hot, and set it down. And I'd have to spoon it in one after another. And then they'd have to carry it all the way back. And then 15 minutes later, I'd be like, need more cheese.
Yeah. One, respect. We need more people like you, Kaylin. You're basically the
I'm a hero.
good wipes
I'm a hero.
of employees. Yes. And then we need more of you. In fact,
He's the dude wipes of employees.
I think I've heard of you actually. I think people have been talking about you. Words have been getting
There's rumors
around.
going around the school. I know.
Certainly.
The Nacho Man, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, another thought occurred to me. Do you really want to wipe yourself with something that has the word spice in it? You want to wipe spice on your butt?
Wipe spice.
No. That's the last thing you want down there.
I mean, not like I wouldn't do it with like cayenne, but maybe
Spicy pumpkin. Dawson, you're muted, but I need you to back me up right
the
now.
star of anise or something.
I'm thinking some paprika. and maybe a little cumin.
Human.
Yeah, what would you guys use? I mean, if we had to make a blend
Yeah.
here, let's
Can I ask a question
let's make a
real
water
fast?
cooler dry rub.
Guys,
Yeah.
real fast now, when you were plotting out
Dry
the
rub.
amazing show content, like what were you figuring? Because you steered it back, so clearly like 11 minutes wasn't enough. Were you figuring like a tight 20, like maybe 25?
No, I just thought the spice thing was funny. That's all.
I thought it was funny too.
we can move on. We can
It's
move
funny. No, it's funny. I'm not hating. I agree with you. I don't want spice near my lower hole, as you so
on.
eloquently.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, that is not a place I want spicy going anywhere near.
All right.
Well, listen, I was recently told
Savory guy.
that when they smelled poopery, they reminded of me. So I just thought I should lean into that.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I mean, what-
Matt. I didn't mean to-
Maybe some cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Yeah, that's probably the answer.
Now we're back to the eggnog,
here.
though,
Yeah.
Doc.
Yeah, cinnamon works in a lot of places. It might work in the lower hole. Now that you bring
The
it up,
lower,
Yes.
lower hole. Yeah.
I love the cinnamon smell. I love, my favorite thing is, especially this time of the year, is getting those like pine cones that smell like cinnamon and
Don't wipe with those.
yeah, cinnamon and dump spice. Yeah, it's the best time of the year. Are you
Dump
doing any pumpkin
spice.
spice right now, Matt? Have you already been indulging?
I
Must
think last year I did the annual Starbucks pumpkin spice latte, and it was so horrible. I think I reviewed it on this show. It was like so terrible. They obviously changed the recipe. That I definitely am not doing that. However, I have had several pumpkin flavored beers, which is still something that I enjoy around this time of year. I'll go to the Total Wine that have like the craft singles, not like craft cheese singles. Not to bring it back to cheese, sorry, Kaylin. But sometimes you can get craft beer singles. You can make
Traumatized.
your own 6-pack when you go to like a Bevmo or a Total
yeah.
Wine. So I usually try to find like a variety of pumpkin beers. It's fun. It's like being at a pumpkin patch as an alcoholic.
I went to a pumpkin patch the other day.
I like to drink a natty light and look at a pumpkin.
Nice.
How was it?
I'm with you, Doss. Like I was drinking something today, and someone says, "Oh, do you taste the notes of orange and cola?" And I'm like, "I do, but I don't know." But I didn't until I was influenced.
Right.
So
now I do because you said something.
yeah, now I taste these notes. Like when I go wine tasting, go,
Right.
"Oh yeah, do you taste the blueberries?" I'm like, "I think I do now." Yeah, but I don't.
Right.
I don't truly know if I do or not. Yeah, it's like that one time when I was on a date and someone's like, "Oh, have this coffee, whiskey." I'm like, "Oh, you taste the notes of coffee? Yes, I could taste it." And the bartender's like, "No, the coffee is the last name of the guy whose company it is. There's no coffee in it at all." I'm like, "Oh,
That's
you're
great.
you're an a-hole." No.
That's when we were at the Bullet Distillery. I said, I can taste the bullets. And they're like, no, that's the dude's last name. True story. True story.
I believe that too.
Yep.
Anyway, so Kaylin already left because he wanted to talk more about cheese and we couldn't do it. Oh, there he is.
No, I'm
No,
back. I'm
Galen
back.
just throwing it as in.
Did you turn off your camera to toss a Zin in?
No, I didn't. I will happily do that on camera anytime. I was just blowing my nose.
Mm.
Oh, you can do that.
In fact, I
camera.
should probably get another one in there now that we're talking.
A Zin.
about it.
Okay.
Do this one on camera though.
Well, this is a different brand actually. I actually switched brands. This is called an On. This is my new thing. So an On.
Ooh, a competitor.
Uh-oh.
At first.
Gary works for Zin, right?
Well, this is all Zin's fault, all right? Because Zin fucking ran out of supply everywhere and we couldn't get them. So then I had to go to the next best thing and I tried Rogues and they were fucking horrible, like really, really bad. So I stopped on Ons. Now, Ons has 2 more milligrams than the Zins. It also has 5 more pouches in the pack. There's 20 instead of 15, and it's cheaper. Get 2 for
Are
$8.
How are they sized? Because one of my biggest problems with Rogue is that they're the wrong size.
Smaller. They're smaller. They're tiny. It's even better.
They're
You don't have
smaller.
a big. What's that?
They're
Yeah,
smaller.
they're like half the size than a Zen. So
So,
I'm now an On guy. So there we go.
oh, there he goes. It's nice. It's nice and in there.
Nice.
So we do have Halloween coming up, and in front of our house, we're not like the fondlers. We don't decorate a ton, but we do have a pumpkin and a skeleton in the front yard. And now I don't think I'm going to be home on Halloween night. which is giving me
Very
concern.
misleading.
It's
Very
misleading. That's exactly
Yeah.
right. To where I'm thinking of bringing those decorations in because I don't want to give these kids the wrong idea.
Wow.
Let me ask you
What
a
a
question. What
Grinch.
time are you leaving? on
Halloween Grinch. That's what you are, sir.
When are you leaving on
Unsure.
Halloween?
I'm not sure, but I mean, my kid's very young, so it's going to be an early everything.
Yeah,
I
better
think if
deprive
you-
him of the greatest night of the year. God damn it, Chris.
No, I mean, I'm not going to make him go to sleep. I mean, it's been up because we're going to a party.
Well, this is the only reason why I ask. The littlest kids usually trick or treat when it's still daylight with their parents.
Yeah.
Just after dusk. So if if you're open for biz for a little bit, you'll still be cool with the hood. You're not going to get egged.
Okay.
Or
I see what you're saying.
eggnogged.
Look, that's
and then
fine.
just leave and then shut everything down.
Shut everything down, bring everything in, lights off. And then I
On the
decided
dogs.
I was
and piss
thinking
on
that.
fire.
So then I went to the store to get Halloween candy because I want to get some decent stuff. But every pack, there's like a monopoly in Halloween candy because every pack is basically the same stuff, maybe one or two alterations per bag. So every kid's just gonna get the same candy anyways. Like there's something deeper going on right here, gentlemen, as far as Halloween candy goes and variety. There's no more. I don't know. The mom and pop candy shops just aren't cutting anymore.
Well, where are you searching for candy, and how long ago did you look?
I went a week ago, and I went to a local grocery store called Ralph's.
Oh,
Well,
I've heard
that's a poor place to be looking for candy.
The store that sells food.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Their focus, as you so aptly put it, is mainly on food. What
And
you need to go
Halloween
to is
eggnog.
a place that does more seasonal stuff. So
Yeah.
like you need, your Walmarts or your Costco's or your Targets. Like these are the places that really do heavy seasonal rotations.
Right.
Mm.
Oh, Gary reminded me too. Matt, what do you think about herbs in your lower hole?
Ooh, Matt.
Huh.
Like some
let's
sage?
not do spices, but let's do herbs.
Sure,
Huh.
like basil.
You want to do
or-
dried or fresh?
Yeah.
Chill.
I'm not into it. No, I don't want herbs down there either. I
Single
want like
bay
Dude,
leaf.
yeah,
No,
you
I
don't
want,
want
like-
thyme up there, bro. You
No,
definitely
no.
don't want thyme up there.
I want like ocean breeze. I'm fine with that.
This is just worth watching for Gary's face. It just makes me very happy. Anyway, so okay, another
Parsley would probably be pretty nice.
parsley. Yeah, that's like
Fresh.
a garnish,
Fresh parsley.
but it does keep everything nice and add some color to your
Yeah.
canvas.
And add some color.
Yeah.
Right.
But Kalen also gave me an update on his PS5, the PlayStation
I
5.
did.
He has now returned it to storage. So basically, you are doing a yo-yo diet of indulging in the
Oh,
PS5.
It's more of a lifestyle, the yo-yoing. I would say.
It really is with you.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a yo-yo lifestyle
Kalen
that I
will
live.
sometimes I'll talk to Kalen's like, oh yeah, I haven't had anything but eggs for 4 weeks. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I wish it weren't that way, but it just is, and I can't help it.
And that includes
I go all in and all out, week after week, and that's just how I roll.
What brought you to the point of returning the PlayStation? Did something happen?
I once again got too sucked in and was playing way too many
scared
video
yourself.
games
Yeah.
when I had work to do, and just once I start, I can't stop. I can't. Like, okay, I'm just gonna play until this video is done rendering, and then it's been like 3 hours. I'm like, okay, this is a problem. You're at problem stage again. We got to reset.
Dang. Well, Matt got a PlayStation, so you should get back online and maybe introduce Matt to T-Cow and HFig.
Oh, we've been talking about that very
We've
thing.
been-
Yeah,
yes, I've been-
Matt needs some online friends. Everybody, drop your PS.
I do not do the multiplayer, but if I am going to, I told him Sour Shoes and T-Fig are the first two people I'm reaching out to.
I used to do. I was on the news for the multiplayer thing. I mean,
That's right.
Let me bring that up again. But The dude, I used to play like GTA till I don't know. I had to go to class. I was so addicted to Grand Theft Auto to where if you play that game enough, it like decalibrates your brain to where you're driving, you're like, oh yeah, I could run that guy over and nothing could happen.
Yeah.
There's some like
Yep.
it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially being in LA where San Andreas is
perfectly
very
mapped.
much based off of. Yeah, I had the exact same experience. It was bizarre.
Like yeah, like it gives you the bends a little bit just driving around. Like which one's real and which one's not. Luckily, it's all been real. I've been able to distinguish it at the important parts. But yeah, I just remember playing GTA and feeling like okay, when I would have to go to class dead tired because I was up playing GTA all night. That's when I realized I had a problem. And
It's really the multiplayer aspect too that brings the problems with it, because I can play a single player game and I can get really into it and then I beat it and then I'm done. And it's over. That's cool. I did that with the new Resident Evil 4 remake. It was fine. I was obsessed for like 2 days. Beat it. Done. The problem is
until you go back.
I don't. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go right back. I'm going to go back a year later. You know, I think Ghost of Tsushima, I need to replay actually, now that I'm hearing Matt about it. Matt talk about playing it for the first time. But yeah, it's my Helldivers that really gets. It's an only multiplayer game. And then the reason I got the PS5 out was because a new game came out that I wanted to try. It's a new Warhammer video game, and I was like, oh, this is a nice single player game that I can play. Until I learned that was also multiplayer, and so yeah, I kind of screwed myself.
I think what your real problem here, Kaylin, is an internet connection. You need to turn the Wi-Fi off on that thing, and maybe you can actually tolerate it being in your house.
Yeah,
I think what Gary's trying to say is
then I'm
try
just gonna
playing
turn
with
it on.
yourself more.
Yeah, good tip.
Matt should be quoted for that. Everybody quote Matt on that one. All right, let's you guys need some comments.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now it's time for listener
All right, and these are all comments found. Let's go to our Facebook group here. If you want to join our Facebook group, by the way, it's free. Go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. You answer a few questions, and we might let you in. And it's a wonderful place on the net, incredible community. My favorite place on the internet, actually. So let's see. This comes from Jake Zerby. He has a Tech Talk question. It says, I think I may have asked this on here, but anyway, I need better Wi-Fi to a backyard office shed. I have the router and modem provided by Spectrum towards the front of my house, the cheapest and best bang for buck option for getting good signal 60 to 70 feet away. Spectrum offers pod Wi-Fi extenders. Do you think that would do it? Oh, man. Gary, go ahead.
It's giving me a little PTSD, remember? He's
I would not rely on Spectrum's
Correct.
solution. I would get one of the popular mesh routers. There are a few different versions of it. My favorite is called the Eero, which I believe is a company that is owned by Amazon these days.
Yes.
What you should ditch, and you're probably paying monthly to rent Spectrum's router.
Yep.
You should
They lease those out usually.
return that. Only have Spectrum's modem, which I think you're required to have. And I don't know if you pay monthly for that. I don't think so, as long as you're paying for internet service. I think they provide that to you. And then you should get a Eero or similar mesh Wi-Fi solution. Have that be your router. And then what they sell is a similar product to what Spectrum's is, but far superior. There are little nodes that just plug into a wall outlet, and you can play with it to make sure that it gets as far as you want. But if you have
Play with your nodes.
Yeah. So if you have your router in the front room, then you would try to put one like halfway to the backyard and then one either in the backyard if you have an outlet where you think it's not going to get wet, or on the wall that faces the backyard, that touches the backyard. And then maybe one more in the actual shed, or I can't remember what he said, that is 60 or 70 feet away. And that should get you covered.
Boom. So there you go. I'm all for. I'm a +1 at the for the mesh Wi-Fi.
It's really, really nice. I mean, I don't have a huge property by any stretch of the imagination, but I have mine set up that with three extenders, it reaches well beyond my property line, both front yard and backyard.
Nice. What's your password?
It's in, I gave you the password, yes.
Let's see, Jake. That's something I always love doing when I go to people's houses. I head towards the bathroom and then I stick my head out. Now, what's your Wi-Fi password? Jacob Morales says, "Hey, Kaylin, can you flick Salem's Lot on Max? I'm a huge Stephen King fan, and this is my third favorite novel by him." All right. Well, Jacob, we're gonna need your first two, but go ahead, Kaylin.
Maybe. I'll give that a maybe. I am so low on horror content to check out. I'm watching just these these things that pop, my feed is all like horror movies. Oh, you should watch this one. And I watched the fucking piece of dog shit the other day that I wish I hadn't because some guy on Facebook I don't know said it was good. I have not heard
Shots
great things
fired
about
at that
I have
guy.
not heard. I wish I could.
Well,
shout
say
out.
the movie so at least he can know to clean up his act.
It's called Beyond the North Woods, I think. Beyond the North Woods. It's a very low budget type movie, but I thought it was gonna at least have a little something. And it was super confusing. It fucking didn't make any sense. It was dumb. I saw what they were trying to do. I've not heard great things about Salem's Lot. I've heard that they had a lot of problems with it, and they rushed production on it, and the whole third act completely falls apart. But I may still watch it. I don't know. What'd you think, Dawson?
I'd recommend you pass on it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
The first time they made it, I enjoyed it, but I was a kid, and I even watched that again, and it's not that great, but it's still better than the one that they remade, I think.
Yeah,
I actually had never seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I watched that last night, or like at least the first 3/4 of it, and then I turned it off because I was bored.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
That's
I
a
couldn't
classic
stand it
game.
anymore. Not for me. It's not.
Too slow.
Yeah, and it's just not very good.
Dewey Smith, he says, "I've been living in my place for 9.5 years. I have never opened the dishwasher. I don't even know if it works. Of course, I don't have to worry about marital bliss, and my roomie/tenant doesn't use it either." Okay. Before I dive into that, I want to thank everybody for their dishwashing or dishwasher tips. My dishwasher just started working again, so I was like, okay, whatever.
That's a win.
But I appreciate everybody's input. It looks like a lot of people had similar issues to me. I'm sure my issue will come back, but right now, we're doing okay. So, it was just nice seeing the community get together and help me try to fix some kitchen appliances. So Dewey, 9.5 years, you've never opened your dishwasher. You don't even know if it works. Give it a shot. Press on. Come back. Let me know what's going on. I'm curious myself now. What's in there? Because growing up, we didn't use our dishwasher either. I don't know if it worked because it worked or it didn't. We used it as a drying rack, basically. We hand washed everything, and then we would just throw our wet, clean dishes into the dishwasher to dry, and then we put them away, just so they're not on the counter. I now love the dishwasher. I'm a big old fan of it. So, and I use it all the time. To the point where I YouTubed recently how to use the dishwasher because I was like, I don't think I'm using this right. I don't know. Like, there's all these spokes inside of here, and I don't know how to. I don't know which one holds the bowls and how to properly put them in. Like, I didn't.
Yeah, I saw Chris was like stacking plates up.
Dude.
Like he didn't understand that
So
you're supposed to put them
embarrassing.
in between the lines.
Yeah.
So weird.
I
With the spoons on the top rack, they just like were spread out where all the mugs would go. I was like, bro, what are you thinking?
Yeah, you were pretty rude about it. Now that I try to recall.
I didn't
that.
mean to slam it shut. Sorry.
Yeah. So how to put, like, you put the plastic stuff up top. You you do the harder stuff on the bottom, and I didn't know any of that when I for the first few years of using a dishwasher. So now I actually had to YouTube how to use a dishwasher and how to assemble things.
Gary's face is reading highly skeptical right now.
What? I never used dishwashers till I got my own place. Why? Gary's face has just gone through just the gamut of I hate you to I don't know about you.
I have no hatred whatsoever. I'm just did your wife not bring you in out of the dark ages when you guys moved in together? I don't understand. You're one of the smartest people I know, and you're telling me that way closer to 40 than 30, you needed a video to tell you how to use a dishwasher?
No,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know you weren't supposed to put plastics on the bottom until just this moment. So
see?
Kaylin, that tracks a little bit.
Like, yeah, I would just throw everything in there. I didn't realize. And then also, why are all the spokes shaped this way? What does this little flappy thing do? I didn't know any. Like, there's like a foldable.
What is
thing.
the little flappy
Dude,
thing?
I'll tell you what the flappy thing does. It's for wine glasses, my
Flappy
man.
thing.
Wine
Wow.
glasses. You
You need to play with your nose.
stemmed
bro.
glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the
Which are
flappy
only
thing.
for the weekend, if I recall, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, got the flatware out right now. All right.
Yeah.
No stem.
What is on your glass, Matt?
Wait a second. Matt, did you just refer to glasses without stems as flatware?
Yeah. That's right.
I did just now. It just came to me. It did sound a little confusing. I
Oh, no,
suppose,
flatware
given
is
that
silverware,
is also
isn't
a
it?
thing.
Yeah. Flatware is
Yeah.
silverware.
But you know, you can call it stemware.
another thing I
That's
just
where my
learned
mind
just
went.
now.
Yeah.
Kaylin,
Kaylin, aren't you glad that you do this podcast?
Who needs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned
Hey, Matt, would you
so
want to
much
wipe with
from doing
flatware?
this with you guys every week.
Yeah, this is too fun. Speaking of too much fun, we have a "This Is How You Remind Me" clip as well.
Sweet.
So, for the new listeners, welcome, and sorry about all the spice bunghole talk, but we were trying to annoy Gary for way too long. We've encouraged listeners to go back to our archives because they've become available recently. We've been doing this show for a long, long time. And so people go back now to the early days before we were, I don't know, married, had kids, lived in Austin. And it's just, we would even be in the same room. It was a wonderful time when we worked at Cruel Digital, and we would get together and do podcasts, and we would say some stuff that we don't really remember us saying, or or I don't know. It's like different people. As I
Maybe
always
our
say.
opinions would change on, but as
They-
I love hearing
this
these.
bit has shown,
Yeah.
maybe don't.
So I'm gonna play the intro, and then I'll have Matt set up our clip for today.
Beautiful.
This is how you remind me.
Shout out Casey Peters for this intro.
This is how you remind me of the podcast we had.
Yeah.
Matt.
All right. This was submitted by Kevin Garrett. And it is from episode 139, which is actually called Pumpkin Spice, Blogs,
Oh, wow.
and Chicago. So I guess much to the point, we do tend to talk about a lot of
Wow.
similar things. But that's not what this clip is about. The comment begins, we had a recent edition of this segment where Gary got pretty heated, but I'm wondering if anyone remembers Kaylin's angriest moment in the studio. And I will
don't.
tell you, I did not
I
remember
don't
this
either. I don't
moment.
think Caelan's ever gotten angry.
Let's just play the clip, and we'll all be surprised again.
So last week I'm scrolling through my timeline.
So last week I'm scrolling through my timeline.
I already have an
Caelan's
intro.
annoyed.
And I saw an ad for a movie called The Sisters Brothers. I was like, oh, that's a very clever title. I guess I'll watch the trailer.
And so
Starring-
it's the Sisters Brothers.
I am not listening to this
Let me finish.
No,
let
I've
me
already-
finish.
I can finish.
Let me. No, you can't.
Wait,
no,
why-
you can't.
why are you so upset,
No, you
Gary?
cannot finish.
I've read this
No, you
review.
cannot finish.
I've read this review already.
What is going on?
This
He
review
won't let me finish. He won't let me finish.
I-
All right?
let him finish.
Shut up.
It's his segment,
Shut up
Tech
and let me
Talk.
finish my segment.
Let's
This is
go.
my segment.
Finish the
Let me
segment.
talk. All
Let's
right.
go. Let's see
So
it.
I'm going through my timeline. I see an awesome.
read this part. Get to the part I
Shut
haven't
the
read.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Gary. This is my segment.
Caleb gets violently drunk, by the way. It's not something you can understand.
Like this?
Yes, he did.
I did, but not this level. I was this is
Kalen,
freaking me out a little bit.
Kalen
I
has
just
the
want
floor.
listeners to know I'm as surprised as you are.
Yeah, you should be.
shocked. I
You
don't
should
know
be
what's
very.
going
You
on.
should be. Okay, let me finish. I saw a trailer for this movie called The Sisters Brothers. Cast: John C. Reilly, Joaquin Phoenix,
Get to
Jake
the part I haven't read.
Shut the fuck up! Stop talking.
Oh man! All right, we're back.
Oh, that's glorious.
Do you guys remember
I
what
kind of
that
want to
was
go
about?
back and I kind of want to go back and listen to it now because I remember taking Amy to go see that movie. That was our first date, like movie date that we went on, and I was very excited for it. And it fucking sucked.
How did
That's all I remember.
how did Amy feel about your anger issues back then?
Well, I roped her in, so I
That
guess
was,
she was okay with them.
that was definitely some O'Reilly. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it live. Like that was the energy
hear
you
the
were bringing.
Table banging. Wow. Maybe we've all purposely deleted that from our memory because it's too traumatizing.
Gary, do you remember this at all?
Not at all.
Well, I will just, again, the whole purpose of this segment is to encourage our fans to listen to these episodes. I will say, if you continue listening to that episode, the context will become clear. It is absurd, but I will say I cannot remember the last time I've ever seen Kalen that angry before.
Me neither. Wow. That was
Did
a
you
different
like
guy.
write a review on Facebook or something that I had like already read?
No, I wouldn't have done that. I don't think.
I mean,
Maybe.
I worry that I orchestrated some of it too, because Matt asked me if I knew this was going to happen. I said kind of.
I want
It
to
does
know.
sound like me.
Again, I do know the answer maybe between shows. I'll tell you guys, but I want listeners to go hear it for themselves. How's
Yeah.
that?
I might just go listen anyway, even after hearing it.
All right, well, there you go.
Kalen, I'm
Episode
sorry.
139.
Oh wait, we have an apology. All these years later.
Galen, that didn't sound called for. I mean, I guess I'll learn in between shows whether or not it was called for, but that
Gary, you
sounded
got me
uncalled for.
angrier than I've ever been in my life. What did you do?
I don't know, man, but that didn't seem very cool. I'm not proud of my behavior.
I can't wait to find out what it was. But Kalen, do you have anything to say about Gary after hearing Gary's apology?
I have to wait to check on the
Oh.
context of the clip whether it was deserved or not. So.
Oh,
No, that's
love
totally fair. I stand by my apology, but that's totally fair.
oh, wait. What? Hold on. What if I explain the context in our Patreon show?
That's 100% where you should do it.
Oh,
like
there
it.
you go. Let's do that.
I like it. All right. Well, I did have other notes to talk about for this show. I want to talk about blogs and Chicago, but we'll do that next time. Let's go around the horn, get our plugs, and then we'll record a Patreon episode. So I will start all the way in Austin, Texas. Matt Fondelier, what do you suggest everybody check out before we get out of here?
Patreon.com/watercooler. Again, we say $5 a month, but I looked. You can also sign up annually. You save 15%. That's $4.25. And then you just do it one time. You set it and forget it. We should trademark that shit.
Yeah, cheaper than a Halloween eggnog. Oh, wait, no, it's not. 2 Halloween eggnogs. Boom. All right.
Almost.
Yeah, but this show won't go bad before Halloween.
Oh, there's the selling point.
Oh,
Freaking Gary, Don Draper over there. All right, Don, what do you want to plug?
Yeah, our patreon.com/watercooler, and go listen to Reasonable Doubt. Last week, Mark, of his own volition, said something that is just absolutely hilarious, and I cannot believe that he had the presence of mind to say it into a microphone. So go find out.
Garrigus has made me cry laughing before, so yeah, he definitely has his moments.
You know what? I'll play the segment that I'm talking about on our Patreon because it's short. And
Love
so
it.
we'll play that 5-second clip on Patreon and do the reveal there.
Nice.
Yeah. And what about an awesome Dawson? What about you?
I am listening to the audiobook In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. And I think it's like the first true crime novel, but it's pretty fucking sweet. I was wondering how you can make something so interesting out of real life. And Capote's a hell of an author. It's a really good listen. I recommend it.
Love it.
Yeah, man. How can anyone make anything interesting out of real life?
I know.
I've never seen it in my life.
Yeah,
The way it's pieced together, is pretty phenomenal. It goes through the background of each of the important people, and it plays out like a Hollywood movie script. It's really well written.
Some would even say culturally phenomenal. All right. Caitlin, what about you?
As always, Just Fooling About podcast. That's me and my dad's podcast. Last week, I teased the Carrie Elwes episode that came out today.
Nice.
And it is, Matt is showing me something. I can't see it because
I'm trying to show you that I added it. 'cause you said to add it. There
great.
you
Oh,
go.
thank you, Matt. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Great. No, it's a really good interview. And, he's been in some really great movies. Princess Bride, worked with Tom Cruise twice, talks about that. And go check that out.
All right. And then love it, Just Fooling About It, everybody. And then as for me, my band's playing at Tantalum this Saturday night, and then I'm playing at the Ordinary Solo in Long Beach on Tuesday night. They're playing throughout Huntington Beach next month. Just go to Loxy Music on Instagram and find out more dates from us. All right, that'll do it for this episode of the Watercooler. We'll be back for Patreon later this week. We love you. Goodbye. Wow.